Hello, welcome to Module 1 of the State Review Panel Training, State Law and Rules. My name is Amy Williams, and I'm the Director of Review and Adoption in the Instructional Materials and Implementation Division. During this training, I'll discuss laws and rules that apply to instructional materials and to your role as a state review panelist, such as the Texas Education Code, Government Code, and Penal Code, as well as the Texas Administrative Code. The training only takes about 5 minutes to complete, but you may want to pause here and grab paper and something to write with in case you need to jot down any notes or questions. The Texas Education Code contains all state laws passed by the legislature related to public education. Chapter 31 of the Texas Education Code contains state laws regarding instructional materials and requires that instructional materials be provided for free, establishes the technology and instructional materials allotment, grants the SBOE authority to adopt instructional materials, establishes the requirements for adoption, outlines requirements for special instructional materials, and establishes requirements for school districts and charter schools related to the selection, purchase, and distribution of instructional materials. The Texas legislature granted the State Board of Education the authority to adopt instructional materials in Section 31.023 of the Texas Education Code. That section also states that each instructional material on the adopted list be free from factual error, suitable for the subject and grade level, and be reviewed by academic experts. Additionally, the materials on that list must meet acceptable physical standards adopted by the SBOE and cover at least half of the essential knowledge and skills. The Texas Administrative Code contains all administrative rules adopted by state agencies and their boards. Chapter 66 of the Texas Administrative Code includes the SBOE and Commissioner's rules related to the state adoption and distribution of instructional materials, outlines the condition under which the SBOE may assess penalties, defines the review and adoption process, establishes local requirements, and outlines rules related to the allotment. The State Board of Education established the eligibility and appointment guidelines for state review panels in Section 66.30 of the Texas Administrative Code. That section includes the state review panel eligibility requirements, grants the Commissioner authority to appoint review panel members, and requires diversity on the review panels to the extent possible. Section 66.36 of the Texas Administrative Code outlines state review panel training requirements, establishes the duties of the review panels to determine if the content standards are covered in instructional materials, and report all factual errors discovered during the review, requires at least 2 people to review each submission, and requires each decision to be made by consensus or majority vote. 66.36 also states that a citation may only be accepted if it provides one of the following: an opportunity for the teacher to teach the knowledge or skill, an opportunity for the student to learn the knowledge or skill, or an opportunity for the student to demonstrate the knowledge or practice the skill. Section 66.36 also prohibits specific behaviors from the review panel members. For example, reviewers may not accept meals, entertainment, gifts, or gratuities from SBOE members, publishers, depositories, or any other person who holds an official position with any of these entities, and must observe a no-contact period that begins with the appointment email and ends when we post the list of instructional materials eligible for adoption to the TEA website. The no-contact rules prohibit reviewers from communicating directly or indirectly with any person having an interest in the adoption process, but they don't prohibit reviewers from seeking advice regarding the meaning or intent of the content standards, providing public testimony to the SBOE, or attending conferences. However, if you do attend a conference, be sure to avoid publisher-led sessions or publisher-sponsored events. As a reviewer, you're conducting official state business. Therefore, Texas Government Code 572.051 applies to you, and prohibits you from accepting or soliciting any gift, favor, or service, accepting employment or compensation, making personal investments, or intentionally soliciting or accepting any benefit as a result of your work. Texas Penal Code 36.02 also applies to reviewers and basically says it's against the law for you to accept bribes. I've provided a link to all the statutes and rules discussed in today's training if you want to learn more. If you have any questions about anything you heard during this training module, please don't hesitate to submit an Instructional Materials Help Desk ticket. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to working with you soon.